I wanna ask you a question. What makes a good expansion? Maybe it's a new map, a brand new story, fresh gameplay, new features, or something else entirely. While there isn't one single definitive answer, over the years, many games have gotten great expansions, turning good games excellent and great games legendary. Dying Light 1 was no exception, as the following is regarded by most as the best piece of downloadable content in the franchise. But with now Dying Light the Beast being announced as a direct sequel to the following, while also taking the place of the second Dying Light 2 DLC, akin to something like Far Cry Blood Dragon, I wanted to follow up on my last video and cover the following separately to see how well it compares to the base game and why is it regarded so highly to this day. But without further ado, let's get into this. With the main Dying Light story being painfully average and uninteresting, the writers took a different approach this time around and decided to lean more into the mysterious aspects of the game's lore. You start the story by receiving information about the potential cure outside of Haran. So now thanks to a nifty little map, you make your way through the sewers and reach the countryside. But your broke ass ran out of minutes on your phone bill.
Hey, maybe if they paid their fucking phone bill, you could call again.
So you can't contact the tower through radio anymore. So now all you can do is meet the locals for more information.
I'm in charge, I need some help.
Now the village chief tells you to piss off. So you team up with the definitely not sketchy businessman to get a buggy. Now after some peaceful resource allocation, you get a brand new whip.
So you wanna be a player, but your wheels ain't flying.
Now that you got some wheels, you make your way back to the farm like that one drunk uncle on a Tuesday afternoon. Now you meet this emo chick who's fluent in Japanese, and she tells you to help the locals to push a street trap. So now once again, you have the pleasure to start running errands, ranging from turning on the water and taking out bandits, bringing a kid a present from the post office, to taking out the damn volatile hub by yourself. This bum should be paying my ass. After all that, the village chief decides you're kinda chill, so you ask about the cult. But because your reputation isn't high enough, you don't get to go to Epstein Island with them.
But you can't do this to me.
So you get back to helping locals to get that meeting. So after more hustling and a little bit of time fixing, you gain the N-Word pass, increase your rep,
Nice.
and finally get to talk to one of those skinky faceless and ask about their leader, the mother, who can control the infected with her mystical vape.
What a weird vape.
And you get a cool little crossbow as a consultation prize.
What a joker!
So now to some polter hunting,
Thank you, Jazir.
get a cool little key card, and get a gold from the faceless who decided to let you join the exclusive plant rotation.
Tight, yeah.
So now you run up the mountain to go to the meeting. You once again meet the businessman from earlier, get shit-faced, start tripping,
What the hell?
and now you're hearing voices in your head.
No, this can't be happening. It can't be.
And then your ass passes out.
Never buy no weed from the gas station, bro.
So now get back to work to climb the cult ladder. And do you know what that means? More side missions, baby. Ah yeah. Anyway, so now you meet the twins from the main game, you shoot some more bandits, and you can also experience one of the most unsettling missions in the entire Dying Light franchise. Just have a look.
Holy fuck.
Even to this day, this mission gives me the creeps. But now throwing all the spooky shit aside, you keep doing jobs until you reach the rank of a believer. With that, you're invited to the inner circle of the cult and you start getting missions directly from the acolytes themselves. With each mission, pieces of previously hidden information get revealed to you. Turns out that the vape is only a temporary solution, not an actual cure.
Oh my god!
So the cult asks you to help them until they find something more temporary. With that, the mystery starts to unravel. So now your next job is gonna be helping the old researcher named Attila, who has been helping the mother decipher all the old relics. With his insight, you learn more about the cult's history, traditions, and different prophecies. So soon, you reach the rank of a disciple, which is also the highest rank you can achieve. So after a day, you get a call from the acolytes as Attila isn't answering, so you go and check. So you read the letter he left, but it turns out the old fart had gone nuts and decided to game man himself, as he believed it to be part of the prophecy. What a fucking dumbass. So now they take all of his works to Jazir for the acolytes to pick up. Right after that, you find out some of the followers have been kidnapped by racist men who you met earlier in the cave, so you go to set them free. The only surviving acolyte, named Orkan, tells you to go to the lighthouse to get back the vials of the mist. So after a little bit of trying, you reach the lighthouse. And who do we have here? Turns out Khan had been leading racist men all along, so now they wanna blow you up with the goddamn RPG.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
So after you take out the trash, you go to the mother who's being raided by racist men at the dam. After you climb to the top, both the followers and racist men have already been killed as if they were ripped apart by volatiles. So now you once again start hearing the mother's voice inside your head. She then proceeds to reveal her history and the biggest plot twist of the series. Turns out consuming the mist liquid had turned her into a sentient volatile who can control her sanity during the day. Believing that the Haran virus can't be contained or cured, she leaves you with an ultimatum to blow up the city with a nuke left by the military.
3, 2, 1.
Or fight her to death. But now knowing which ending is canon, you don't go along with the plan, just force feed you some jug potions and eat your ass, so you rip her a new one. But the stubborn bitch doesn't wanna give up.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Now you collect the remaining files, take them back to Haran to save the people of the tower while being high on fumes. But as you're making your way out of the sewers, you reach the outside of the Haran quarantine zone itself. But turns out, you're built different now. And roll credits. When comparing the stories of the Following and the base game, I think it's quite evident which of the two is superior. The Following is greatly supported by the mystery elements and the interesting world building that really expands the lore. For example, the concept of sentient volatiles is one of the coolest ideas in the Dying Light franchise that has yet to be fully utilized. While the character writing won't be getting any Oscars anytime soon, it was decent enough to keep me invested the whole way through. The side content was also quite fun to finish, and it expanded the already great lore set up by the main story even further. Where the Following really stuck its landing was the ending itself. It left a lot of potential doors open, which generated countless theories in the community over the years. And most importantly, it left an impact, unlike the base game. Something that a good ending should do in my opinion. I don't think I'm by myself when saying that stories like this are something that I'd like to see more of in the franchise. And with The Beast being a direct sequel to the Following, I do hope they go the same route with it. And now with the story segment concluded, I'd like to touch on the other new content in the expansion. So now you might be asking, what's actually new, other than the story? Well, let me break it down. The new countryside map offers you a huge new playground to play in, which is filled with new places and lore for you to explore. Traveling mostly done by the new buggy, some of the parkour elements from the base game do kinda take a back seat, so it might be a turn off for some people. But for me at least, it gives a different experience from the base game, which I see as a positive rather than a negative. Otherwise, the following might have not been as unique as it was and not as memorable. The game also provides you with a lot of new side content, like the freaks of nature or essentially mini-bosses you can take out. We also have a lot of different new volatile hives that actually change the amount of enemy spawning after you take them out. And trying to clear them during the day can be a nice challenge for those who are looking for it. The side missions are quite fun, and you can actually see the twins blow themselves up.
Hey bro, watch your jet. Watch your jet, bro. Watch your jet!
Good riddance. And the buggy isn't just a tool for travel. It can be used as a weapon in combat quite effectively. You also get access to the crossbow and the brand new SMG. Also, the dynamics of the chases during the nighttime are quite different from the base game, as you don't have the luxury of escaping to the rooftops anymore. This time around, your skill behind the wheel actually determines whether you live or die during the nighttime.
Can't make it, the shit's stuck.
So long story short, Dying Light: The Following gives you a whole new way of playing the game, rather than just being the base game with a little extras. And also, the composer for the main game soundtrack returns once again to deliver us a fresh batch of fantastic tracks. So that basically covers all the main aspects of The Following. So that means it's time to make a conclusion. And so to finally answer the title of the video, I do believe, just like the base game, that the expansion deserves all the praise that it has gotten over the last 8 years. New mechanics, a shit ton of new content, a massive new map to explore are all present here. But what's even more impressive is that we actually got an interesting story this time around. I know, shocker. I found myself not searching for the skip dialogue button and actually wanted to hear what the NPCs had to say, as a lot of it was important information for the world building. The characters themselves do still feel a little stiff, just like the base game, but with an interesting plot to back it up, it does work quite well. So I can kinda let the more obnoxious one slide this time.
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear it.
The introduction of the buggy was also a huge positive for me, as it gave The Following a clean identity separate from the base game. So to cap off my thoughts, this expansion has a lot of replayability, and if you haven't played it in a while and have some free time, I'd recommend you to jump back in, as it has aged beautifully and completes the entire Dying Light 1 package. But now I said all I wanted to say, so I feel I should start wrapping things up. I'd like to thank you all for watching, so don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment and subscribe to the channel, as it helps me out a lot in the almighty YouTube algorithm. Also, I recently opened up channel memberships for those who wanna support me even further, as it helps me make more content while not starving. If you're interested in the perks and benefits you'll be getting, you can click the join button down below. I'll also be updating them in the future to incorporate stuff you would all like to see. For my next review, I'll probably be covering Dying Light 2 or maybe some other game or franchise that you would like. Leave your thoughts in the comments below so I'd know what you'd like me to cover next. But as these reviews do take a decent amount of time to make, I'll probably try to drop some shorter content in between them, where I share my opinions on different games, news, or whatever other stuff that might have caught my attention. But with all that said, go check out my other stuff, and I'll catch you all in the next one.